Hey citizens, thanks for stopping by. In today's video presentation, we're going to take you for an up close and personal of this 2020 brand new Ford Ranger FX4, now in a 4x4 drivetrain configuration. Now in today's video, I'm going to take this Ford Ranger FX4 4x4 for a full walk around review, showing you the most interesting features from the interior as well as the exterior. So what are you waiting for? Let's sit back, relax, and enjoy of this review.
Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for you.
A big thanks to Ford Iloilo for allowing me to review their brand new units. For more information, see the description box below. So, here's the key. So let's go ahead and get started. You do have welcome lights as you unlock the car. The steering operation of the T6 Ranger is a rack and pinion type with an assistance of an electronic power mechanism. Featuring this FX4 variant is a 4-spoke leather-wrapped steering wheel with sport grips at 10 and 2, red contrast stitching going around the inner rim, and piano black accents all around the spokes with mounted controls found from left to right. Under a 2.2-liter turbocharged diesel engine, there are two transmission choices available for the FX4 Ranger, both 4x2 and 4x4. And one of them is the 6-speed automatic gearbox. For the automatic tranny, it features a sequential manual shifting via the plus and minus on the gear shifter. Rear parking sensors was activated once the truck is in the reverse gear. The Ford Ranger FX4 is powered by a tested and proven ZSD422 2.2-liter dual overhead cam 16 valves and a turbocharged inline 4-cylinder diesel engine with common rail direct injection. It produces 158 horsepower at 3200 RPM and 385 Nm of torque between 1600 and 2500 RPM. Fuel tank size is 80 liters with an emission rating of Euro 4. Transmission-wise, the Ranger FX4 is mated either to a manual or an automatic transmission having both 6-speed units. The drivetrain of this Ranger FX4 is a 4-wheel drive vehicle. Fuel economy of this 2.2-liter Ranger is around 9 to 12 km per liter in the city and 19 km per liter on the highway. And if you think about its numbers, I think it is quite impressive. The FX4. If you hear that name, you can sense the sportiness, the ruggedness, and it is chrome-free. That being said, the Ranger FX4 is the sporty hype truck version of the mid-range XLT. A variant only offers a 4x2 drivetrain. Now, a lot of people use this truck as an off-road sporty exhibition that will bring you in different trails like you go in the mud, sand, rock, or climbing up on the mountains. However, as it launched way back in the last quarter of 2019, the Ranger FX4 only offers in a 4x2 layout as the XLT. But the good news though, as per customers' high demands, Ford Philippines brought up the 4x4 version of the Ranger FX4 way back in September 2020 for a more fun riding experience whether on and off-road. The question that I want to answer, does the Ford Ranger FX4 4x4 is a more exciting sporty truck than the Ranger FX4 4x2 and the Ranger XLT 4x2? Let's find out. I've done a review video of an FX4 4x2 of the Ford Ranger, and I do witness though there are no chrome ornaments that you will find from the exterior package even once. There are lots of blacked out features like the door handles, side mirror caps, side step boards, alley rims, and even the grille that reminds me of the US spec Ranger XL. Not just from the outside but also in the inside, you get black interior with red contrast stitching and an FX4 logo located at the front seats. Going back from the topic, what are the specific benefits in having a 4x4 variant of the Ranger FX4? Number 1, its capability to manage in all types of road conditions. Many of the consumers needed a truck that can take you from off-road surfaces, challenging terrains, and extreme off-road exhibition, and that's why the Ford Ranger FX4 4x4 is the answer of their requests. Secondly, its engine. Thankfully, Ford kept the 2.2-liter diesel engine to the Ranger FX4 4x4, which is a perfect marriage together, keeping the truck more capable as it is. I have driven the 2014 Ford Ranger XLS 4x4 pre-facelift model before with a 2.2-liter diesel engine that is mated to a 6-speed manual, and based off my experience in driving that truck, the engine is definitely fast, responsive, and it gives the truck a very smooth and relaxing ride. Plus, the engine is totally reliable in terms of usage because this one is tested and proven that it's built to be tough. Lastly, you can get this truck at an affordable cost. The price of this truck is 200,000 pesos cheaper than the Ranger Wildtrak 4x4, and therefore, there's no need to get a much higher variant because the Ranger FX4 4x4 is the best choice for some wanted a truck with a balanced features taken from the XLT, sporty characteristics, and a 4-wheel drive layout that is suited to your day-to-day adventure in different types of trails. Now we all know that the Ranger FX4 4x4 is way more exciting than the Ranger FX4 4x2 and the Ranger XLT 4x2 when it comes to your day-to-day adventure, more capabilities, and also you can bring your FX4 4x4 to a crazy off-road saga that will give your passengers a headache. So Ford made a job well done to that because they granted your wish. Exterior features are halogen projector headlights, halogen fog lights, rain sensing wipers, bulb type rear lights, blacked out mesh grille, indicators on the blacked out side mirrors, blacked out door handles, blacked out fender garnish, FX4 decals on the sides of the front doors, side step boards, black tubular sports bar with high mount stoplight and cargo light, blacked out rear bumper with parking sensors, and a spare tire mounted under the rear. "18-inch piano black alloy wheels are the standard shoes for the Ranger FX4 4x4, wrapped in 265/60 R18 tires. You have ventilated disc brakes in front and drum brakes for the rear. As for the suspension, the front gets double wishbones with coil springs and leaf springs for the rear. The approach, the departure, and the brake over angle of the Ranger FX4 4x4 measures 29.4 degrees, 25 degrees, and 21.5 degrees respectively. 232mm is the minimum ground clearance of this truck with a water wading depth capacity of 800mm. Speaker right there and right up there. Storage bins and your bottle holder. Window lock Window controls. All four windows in this car are fully powered, while the driver's side window gets a fully automatic function in both directions. Right next to your interior door handle, you got your electronic central locking buttons. Mirror controls, headlight switch, a button to turn off or on your front fog lights, brightness adjuster, a button to turn off or on your truck bed light, bonnet release lever, FX4 floor mats, and the driver's seat of this Ford Ranger FX4 gets a fully manual adjustments. This lever controls your seat back. This controls your seat height. And the bar down here controls your seat siding position. The front passenger seat has the same set of adjustments as found on the driver's side. However, it loses out on a height adjuster and a lumbar support. Don't forget that the driver's seat has a manual lumbar support, manual lumbar adjustment. Center armrest, and underneath you have your two tiered storage areas. One is a small size and one right here is a big size. It's actually quite deep, no? It is a perfect amount of size. Two cup holders, hand operated parking brake as I showed you earlier on. Got your four-wheel drive controls, 2 high, 4 high, and your 4 low. Little storage, more storage, with a USB port right there, another USB port on the left side, while on the right side is your 12-volt power outlet. Got your standard aircon controls, which is kind of an electronically controlled. Fan speed to the left, temperature to the right, on and off button, recirculation, air conditioning, rear defrost, front defrost, different modes. On top, you got your volume and power knob, your tuning knob to the right, C track and play and pause. Hazard switch, which I showed you earlier on. Standard for the Ranger FX4 4x4 is Ford's integrated touchscreen infotainment system head unit featuring 8-inch colored LCD screen display, various media connectivity settings, Sync 3 software, and 6 speakers for the sound system. The sound system of the Ford Ranger works fairly fine. It's smooth, it's nice to listen to all this kind of speakers. Now currently you are in a Bluetooth audio streaming with your current song title information, your artist, your browse. On your browse you got your albums, artist, playlist, all songs, repeat, shuffle, song information. Right here you got your artist, your albums, your genres. Go back a song, go forward a song, play and pause, song duration. List between your different kinds of sources. Got your AM, FM, your Bluetooth audio streaming. So this is your home menu. Next is your phone menu. Now here are your sets of different menus. You got your recent calls, contacts, your phone that you're connected with, phone voice assistants, don't disturb, keypad, text messages, change device. Now it goes to your Bluetooth settings. Let's see what we go for. That's it. Coming up next is your mobile apps. Lastly, to your settings. Now on your settings, you got your sound, clock, Bluetooth, phone, mobile apps, general, Wi-Fi, automatic updates, and your display. Now let's go first for the display. If you hit this display off, which means the display has turned off. Calm screen. On your calm screen, it shows your clock, your time. Here are your different sets of settings. You got your background brightness and mode. How are your phone settings? Your Bluetooth devices, manage contacts, set ringtone, text messaging, phone volume, mute, and all that. For your Wi-Fi, general, where you can set your language, temperature units, touchscreen beep, mobile apps. You can enable or disable your mobile apps, disable your mobile apps via USB, update mobile apps. Your sound. Now for the sound settings, you can adjust your treble, mid-range, bass, balance, fade, speed, compensation, volume, occupancy mode. You can set your clock, Bluetooth settings. On your Bluetooth settings, you can activate or deactivate your Bluetooth mode, change vehicle name, add Bluetooth devices, view devices. That's about it on this infotainment system of the Ford Ranger FX4. Indicator controls, and your wiper controls. On the steering wheel, the left spoke has your up, down, left, right, and your OK button. These buttons right here correspond you to control the multi-information display right within the instrument gauge. And down below is your cruise control with your speed limiter control. While on the right side is your volume controls, seat track, and your audio menu. Down below is your on-hook and off-hook buttons for your Bluetooth telephone menu, voice recognition system, mute button, home button, and your settings button. These are the shortcut buttons for your infotainment display. There you go. The steering wheel on this car, or this truck, gets a manual tilt only, adjusting using this lever right here. Electronic central locking, power folding side mirrors. To fold the side mirrors in, press this button. Very nice. Grip handle located at the A-pillar for the driver's side, which helps you to sport while getting in and out of the car. Yeah, it helps you to support while getting in and out of the car. You also have a grip handle on the ceiling for the driver's side. The driver's side does get a sun visor with a vanity mirror and the light. Sunglass holder, reading lights, interior lights, and your auto dimming rear view mirror. The front passenger side does get a sun visor with a vanity mirror and a light. Grip handle on the ceiling for the front passenger side, as well as the A-pillar, again, which helps you to support while getting in and out of the car or the truck. For the front passenger side, you do have an electronically controlled central locking buttons. Nicely sized glove box. With a little bin right here to store your books or something that you could fit in right into this portion. All right, so that's it for this one. We can turn it off right now and continue with the rest of our review. Speaker right there, storage bins, as well as your bottle holder, window control, To fold the seat backs down, simply locate the strap directly beside the center headrest, pull, and lower the seat backs. You can access your toolkit, jack, and anything else by folding down the rear seat backs or using that area as storage. To flip the seat bases up, locate the strap in the middle underneath and pull it. There's a hook to secure it in place and prevent the seat bases from dropping down. Two storages are located underneath. I do sit the driver's seat in a position that I feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'9", which is about 1.7 meters tall. I do have the room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. Legroom, I have this much. And headroom, I have this much too. Basically, the back seat of the Ford Ranger, I'm a bit familiar of the Ford Ranger, no? So I've been ridden a Ford Ranger many times, so I'm familiar with my space on a 5'9" intern. Maybe it's a bit on a roomier side, but sometimes, but in a perfect size. Well, comfort wise, with this leather seats, which gives a little bit of sportive feel, and I think it's pretty much comfortable. It's really nice. Overall, not a problem on this kind of class. You do have storage pockets in the front seat backs, 12-volt power outlet, a center armrest with two cup holders, grip handles on the ceiling for both sides. For the rear, you have two coat hooks at the back, and your cabin light. The truck bed measures 1,549mm, 1,560mm, and 511mm in length, width, and height respectively. Payload capacity is at 1,100 kilograms with a towing capacity of 3,500 kilograms. A bed liner with 4 inner tie-downs and a black tubular sports bar are standard for the Ranger FX4 4x4. In terms of safety, the Ford Ranger FX4 4x4 gets 2 airbags, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution, parking sensors for the rear, cruise control, ELR seatbelts in all seats, ISOFIX child seats and tether anchors for the rear seats, and Ford's volumetric burglar alarm system. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this full walk-around review of the 2020 Ford Ranger 2.2 FX4 4x4 that is mated to a 6-speed automatic gearbox. If you like this video, make sure you thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, if you're subscribed to my channel, please hit the notification bell button to get notified for my latest updates. And don't forget, follow all of my social media platforms. As always, I'll see you next time for more latest videos on YouTube. Thank you for watching and mabuhay!
Makikita mo ako sa kalsada with the homies.